safe on the ground. I was going to just show you this. So these things that they're in, these are called rat sacks, and they're made of like a metal mesh, and they have a really strong Velcro top. I'm not even going to open it next to our tent. I'm going to open it like way back here because it's wicked loud. So anyways, they're not super heavy, but they certainly add to our weight a little bit. But for peace of mind, I didn't even really get them. I didn't get them for the bears or for the critters. I didn't want any mice or chipmunks or squirrels or so forth to get into our food. So, all right, I'm gonna go wake up the boys. This is how I do things out here at the campsite. This is my little mirror hanging by a piece of paracord that I just find a random branch to hang because I need a mirror to put my contacts in. I put my contacts in, and I actually brushed my hair, which felt so good. And this is our little trash bag, compliments of Uncle Chris and Teta. So these are just little like dog bags, dog mess bags. They're wicked light. So that's, I thought, a good idea to bring on the trail because we can just tie those up and then we know all our trash is in one place and they're super easy to grab and throw away when we pass the trash barrel. So our neighbor here just woke up, so he's going to get his bear bags. But it's actually really cold out. It's not raining, it's just dripping from the trees right now. You can hear the birds. My hands are actually really cold, so I'm going to go back in the tent. So these two are going to start the stove, boil some water, so we can have some warm oatmeal. These people are breaking down and cooking breakfast. And we in here have some issues to take care of. Asher Dew, I think, needs to drink some more water, so he's doing that. Gotta deal with a couple of things. Oh my gosh, my hips are so sore.
Just a little start to the blister.
Okay, so Ben has like a little, I can't see it, but it's like a little, it's a little teeny blister starting. And oh my gosh, hold on, it's windy, so I'm gonna close this because it's freezing. I didn't do anything, I just put my socks on and went to bed, but let's see what we have here. Can you see that? All right, so these two are doing an awesome job boiling up our water there.
I'm not sure how much propane we have there.
So yeah, that's fine. We have more. We just got to get that boiled up for today. These two are so funny.
So we made our oatmeal. So now we just added a little bit of water to the Tupperwares, and we swished it around in our thing and dumped it out.
Oh, this is disgusting.
You heard it. It's disgusting.
I want to sink with dish soap.
But
I don't want to be shivering. So I don't think, I think we have the right clothes, but when you're sitting here at camp, idle, you're freezing. I'm freezing, I'm literally shaking because I'm cold, and we just need to get moving. But we can't get moving till we eat. So, actually, we have bars. Some mornings we'll have bars. But, hello, for the people that are worried about us. When I say we didn't eat dinner, don't worry. We did eat. We just did not cook dinner.
yeah.
We didn't cook dinner. We ate peanut butter and protein bars, but we didn't eat a nice warm meal, so we figured this morning we would cook a nice warm meal. And, but obviously we need to get moving.
Yeah.
Because it's cold. And we're not going to do quite so many miles today.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to find a spot so that we can recover a little bit.
Yep. Today we're looking at 12 miles, we think. So it's not a ton. Hope we can finish by like 2 o'clock, maybe.
3 or 2.
No, 2. So that's the game plan for today.
Here we are. I just want to put this in perspective for you. This is day 3. Okay, what is it? It's not below freezing right now, but is it hovering right above freezing?
It's like 36.
It's cold. I'm shivering. It's cold. So anyways, it is 10:30 in the morning. It's 10:30 and we are just ready to hit the trail. I was up at 7:30, woke you guys up about 8. So, I mean, realistically, it just took like 2.5 hours for us to break down camp and have breakfast.
We weren't really hurrying.
No, we aren't hurrying because we're freezing.
And Mom, today we're only planning on doing the 10 to 12 miles instead of like the 16 to 18.
Yeah, we're gonna, right. But, so we're fine. And common thing on the trail here is hike your own hike. And so we don't need to worry about what everyone else is doing. But just to show you, everyone else is gone. All the other thru hikers are well packed up and gone, except for this crew over here. They're obviously not in a hurry at all, but pretty much everybody else that you had seen around us is long gone. And so we are, oh my gosh, the wind is blowing. We are going to hit the trail. We hear, we got an up, we got a challenging up, and then a bunch of down. So that's good. My hip flexors are sore. I mean, I'm okay. They're okay, but I feel them. But other than that, we're in pretty good shape, I think. I mean, obviously we're sore. It kind of hurts to put your pack back on because our backs are tired and our shoulders and collarbones are, you know, bruised or whatever. So here we go. Anyway, we're back on the trail and here's a white blaze. There's a white blaze. Asher Do, how you doing, buddy?
Good.
Good. All right, awesome. So here we go. See what today brings. Okay, here's Asher. We're 3.4 miles from Hog Pen Gap. And the word at camp this morning, there's a lot of buzz about potential trail magic at Hog Pen Gap. So that's 3.4 head. So we're definitely trying to get there sooner rather than later. And then we kind of see what that is all about and reevaluate things from there. Beyond that, there's a shelter, another 4 point something ahead of that is a shelter where we might camp for tonight. But the boys just blew past that little water source. And so we got to get water at the next one, which is 1.5 miles ahead. So that's fine. We have some water. But this is super cool. This is the trail here, and it says Maine that way. So let's do it, Ash. And while we're on this topic, I guess now that things have taken a turn for the better, I'm not afraid to mention it because I don't want to get in trouble by the grandparents and Auntie Debbie. But this morning, Asher Do wasn't feeling well in the tent, and so I had him super hydrate, and he kind of laid around for a little bit while we were trying to get organized. And then we were about to have oatmeal, and he was like, yikes, I don't feel good, Mom. And I was like, what does that mean? Are you going to throw up? And he was like, I think so. And so, sure enough, a second later, I was like, okay, come over here next to this tree. And he threw up a little bit. You know, like, yeah, he threw up a little bit. And then he felt better. And so he had some more water. And he felt good enough to have some oatmeal. So he had some oatmeal. And, okay, Ash, we need a report on how you're feeling after that little not so good this morning.
I'm feeling good. Yeah.
Yeah? The oatmeal was okay for you? It settled all right? You feel better?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. And you're hydrating?
Yep.
Okay, super. Love you, kid. Toughest Look at me. Toughest 11-year-old I think there is in the world. Alright, so we're hanging out here. Where are we, guys? Hog Pen Gap. I had this great idea because we get these little peanut butter things, and from now on we're going to buy the squeezy packets, which will be much better and easier and lighter, but we happen to have these, so we started with them. But I'm going to cut this grass-fed smoked beef stick in half, and then we can use that to scoop out the peanut butter. So that's the plan. So there we go. Ready for one? Here. And here's our trash bag. All right, so Brody lied to me because when we were up on top of that mountain, he told me that it was going to be 3.3 miles to the shelter where we want to stay tonight. But now that we're here, he's telling me a different story. What is it, bro?
4.5.
4.5 miles. Man. So we're at 3 in the afternoon, and we want to go 4.5 miles to sleep tonight. What do you think? Can we do it?
Yep.
What kind of 4.5 miles is it?
A little bit up, a little bit of down, a little bit up, a little bit of down.
Seems to be the
No, listen. The ups and downs are only 150 feet up and 150 feet down. As opposed to, yes. No, 400 up.
What was the elevation gain we just did to get up and over this thing? Because that was intense.
550.
550 feet? That's it?
Yep.
I said we weren't going to show videos of us eating, and look at, here we are. Telling people what we're eating. All right, so let's check this out.
All right.
This is day 3. We're at 38.2. And then we're going to head up this thing right here.
Thanks.
And yeah, it works. Okay, so we're going to head up this, and we're going to go to 42.8. Low gap shelter. So we got to go up a little, down a little, up a little, down a little to get to low gap shelter. It's probably going to be crowded. That's it? 6 miles? Man, it feels like more than that. Holy smokes. Came out of the gate hard, boys. You guys, if we hit a good water source, we're having living fuel. The path flattened out for a couple of seconds, and I just want to put this all in perspective because we came up over that right there, came up over that and down into that gap, and now we're continuing this way. And this is no joke. This little stretch of the trail is not so bad, which is why I can take my phone out. But I think I said it was like a half a mile up. And I'm going to have to double check and see if that's true or not. If it is true, it's quite a bit of elevation gain within that half mile. Because we're climbing. We're really climbing. Hey guys.
Hey.
How do you tell you? I got pickles.
From where?
Pickles in a bag.
From where?
On Tree Hugger. So I was talking to the lady down there, right? So she's from Maine. I first saw her when we came up from that other gap. It starts with a T, you know. We started up the trail, and right there on the side of the trail where it was steep, she was laying off the side of the trail on her back, with her legs up against a tree.
Yeah, I saw
and her eyes closed. And I was like, I should probably just let her be. But I couldn't help myself, so I said, that looks comfortable. And without opening her eyes or anything, she was like, it is. And I kept going. And so anyways, you guys got your packs on and stepped up onto the trail as she meandered over, right? You saw her. And I found out she's from Maine. That was her vehicle. And so she used to do stuff with fishing nets and had some, you know, relationship issues that she
she saw you guys there, and she's like, oh, nobody needs to hear about those. And anyway, so she's down here by herself with her vehicle, and she's kind of driving like from gap to gap, and then she like flip-flop hikes. So she's kind of like doing more than she needs to do, double. But that's how she's doing it. And so she's got her vehicle, and so you know, I was kind of gonna part ways, but then I saw the truck right there next to the trail with the tailgate down and the cooler on it, and I was like, I bet that's the Trail Magic. So I walked over to the cooler and I looked at her and I said, do you think this is Trail Magic? And she was like, I don't know. And so I flipped open the cooler and there was water inside, and so there probably was more Trail Magic earlier, but right then there was just water, so we didn't need water. But anyway, she was like, so what do you guys need? What do you need? Do you need some food? And I was like, no, we don't need food. I just wanted to see what the Trail Magic was. And so then she's like, come on, what do you need? Do you need some food? And I was like, no. And she's like, how about pickles? And I was like, no, that's okay, thank you. She's like, come on, the boys want pickles. And so she opens her car door and she's got like one of those big jars of pickles. And she's like, I'm like, all right, I guess I'll have a pickle. And I'm like, just one is fine, we can share it. And she's like, no. And so I'm like, do you want me to get a bag out of my pack? And she's like, no, I got one here, hold this. She pulls out this clean bag. Now, we're like trying to figure out how to get the pickles out of the pickle jar. I can't, without taking my pack down and getting it off, I don't have like a forker or anything, right? And so, you know what it's like to get a pickle out of a pickle jar. Yeah. So anyway, by the time I got my hand sanitizer out, because she was going to let me stick my fingers in to pick up a pickle, before I got my hand sanitizer out, she just went ahead and, you know, kind of fished one out. I held the bag open and she threw it in, and I was like, that's great. And she's like, oh no, come on, you got to have more. And so then I was like, okay, 2's fine, we can share. And she's like, no, everyone's going to want one. So I'm like, 3's fine. And she's like, here, you got to take 4. All the boys can have one and they can give you a couple bites. And so we got pickles.
All right.
If nothing else for dinner, we got pickles. But I'm just kidding, we have other dinner. But I don't know. So here we are. Doesn't everyone in Georgia hike with pickles in a bag? Thanks, tree hugger.
Hello. Hello. How we doing? Are we a mile out, you think?
Yeah.
We got Art behind us. We got Cheesehead behind us. Art is from Seattle, nice older gentleman. And Cheesehead is actually from Texas. You'd think maybe Wisconsin, but not the case. An engineer from Texas. She was nice, huh? She talked to you guys?
Yep.
Yeah. All right, well, let's get there. It's going to be crowded, but we'll try to find a tent site. So we've got what'd I say, 1.4?
Yeah, 1.4.
1.4 to go to the shelter. Okay, you guys look at me. Okay, first of all, let me just say, we've done the best tonight as far as timing goes. What time is it?
6:32.
Okay, so it's 6:30 and 6:30.
Can I just say, this is a ton better than setting up in the dark.
Yeah, it is. And trying to do a bear hang in the dark.
Yep. We already did our bear hang.
And let's just take a peek. Let me take a look. Oh, yeah. Look at that.
That looks so
Wowza.
good.
What is that, bro?
This is classic spaghetti with meat sauce.
And then here we have some creamy mac and cheese.
Yeah.
And then we got more of the same. Yahoo.
Yahoo.
All right, let's, why don't we say a blessing and then let's dig in.
Yep. So we just ate dinner, and it was great. It was good. It was definitely worth it. So now we're just hiking down to go to
Go in front of
the bear bag hang.
we found a good tree that we'll show you. So now we're gonna hike back to our tent, get all cozy in our sleeping bags, and get to bed early so we can wake up early. We'll see you in a bit.